Well, welcome to the Redmen TV. Liverpool beating Norwich by 1. Sadio Mane goal 2-0 to extend our lead at the top of the Premier League table to 25 points. Yes, 25 points. And with that victory, according to Base Tune to Red on Twitter at Andrew Beasley, we've also confirmed that we will this season finish ahead of Manchester United. It is February the 15th. They have 13 games left and cannot catch our points total. In fact, if they were to win all 13 of their games, they would only have 74 points. Liverpool are on 76 points. Pretty impressive. Lovely little stat there from Base Tunes Red. Do give him a follow. Anyway, we're here to talk about the game. And the game was won by Sadio Mane. He comes on with about half an hour to go. And for me, best player on the pitch when he steps onto it. You know, he was direct. He gets that goal, the touch, the turn, the finish, the push off. It was all absolutely superb. And then, of course, you've got Jordan Henderson there with the little assist as well. I'm just going to mess around with my mic. It's falling slightly inside. Is that better, everybody? Is that fine now, Tom? Okay. Hopefully that will sort that issue out. Apologies for that. I say Sadio Mane was the difference maker when he came onto the field today. The touch, the finish, absolutely superb from him. And he was brilliant. Trent Alexander-Arnold created an unbelievable chance for Bobby Firmino, who somehow managed to turn it over the bar. You got Andrew Robertson makes about 4 chances throughout the game as well. Our fullbacks playing a key part. Norwich played really well. They made it tough for us, and we had to work incredibly hard, not just against Norwich, but also against the conditions. It looked so windy whenever the ball was in the air. It was like holding up in the wind, or it was bouncing onto the goalkeepers and stuff like that. It was a bit of a mad game of football, but once again, Liverpool do what they've always done this season, and they grind out the result. It never really looked like it was going to be anything other than a Liverpool victory. It was a question of when would Liverpool break Norwich down rather than if Liverpool would break Norwich down. Big chance really first half for them. You know, the ball gets slid through to Timo Pukki, and Alisson with just an unbelievable bear paw of a save. I mean, for me, I was thinking we were going to go 1-0 down there, and Alisson somehow stops himself from going down at the attacker's feet and waits and causes the striker to play the pass. And you're just like, how on earth has he done that? He's so far and away the best goalkeeper in this league, in the world now, and he's playing at an unbelievable level, and that save just epitomised it, didn't it? I mean, if you want it, you can give Jordan Henderson the assist for the assist, but you've got to give Alisson the assist for the 3 points because of that save. It was absolutely superb. Naby Keita had one from a Mo Salah shot, a Tim Krul save, comes back, and I think he kind of studs it into the ground, doesn't he? And Tim Krul goes on and saves it. But those were really, you know, the clear-cut chances of the entire game, and, you know, I think Norwich did well to stop us getting close to their goal and stop us taking shots. And actually, it was interesting that Salah had a few opportunities to take one on his left foot and didn't take those shots, you know, maybe looking for the pass. I don't know why. That didn't seem very Mo Salah, but he can't do right for doing wrong, can he? If he takes those shots and he misses, I'll sit here and go, he should have passed it. And if he plays the ball and it doesn't, and we don't score, I'm sitting here going, maybe he should have shot. So maybe that's on me, maybe that's not on Mo Salah. But again, you know, Jürgen changed the side up for this game. I was surprised that Fabinho didn't start. I thought Henderson dropped into the 6, did really well. I like Naby Keita. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about Naby Keita and his performance, actually, because I've already seen a bit onto Twitter. I don't normally go onto Twitter before I do a match reaction. And I've already seen a little bit of ups and downs about his game. And for what it's worth, my opinion on it is I thought he was really good up until the final third. And, you know, he loses the ball quite often in the final third, but also he attempts passes that other players don't attempt. And they're maybe a bit more slide ruled, maybe trying to feed Roberto Firmino or Mo Salah to their feet in between defenders. And they don't always come off, but he tries them. And the alternative is maybe we play it around a little bit longer and we try and work an opportunity. But Norwich were defending in numbers, and quite often there was 6 at the back there that it became difficult. So I liked Naby's performance. I thought he did really well winning the ball back in those high areas of the pitch. You know, their sort of defensive third, he seemed to win the ball back a lot in those areas, as did Jordan Henderson as well. Thought he was superb. If there was another captain's performance from Jordan, that was it again. Even at the end there, you know, running down, chasing players down, not wanting to give the ball away or not wanting them to get an opportunity or a shot off. Henderson is playing for this league title, man. He's playing it like his life depends on it. Right now, he's one of the top players in the team. He's up there for Player of the Year with Sadio Mane. The two of them should be fighting it out for the league's best player, as maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold should be as well. But he'll be winning the young player, I'm sure. But maybe Trent should be up there for Player of the Season as well. Then you got Bobby Firmino with some sexy touches today. That first one where he pulled it down. Actually, Sadio Mane goes and betters it for his goal, doesn't he? But, you know, Bobby turns, pulls the ball down from mid-air and nearly scores early on. And I thought Bobby was outstanding again. You know, you look at some of those touches and some of those little slide rule passes that he's playing, bringing Mo Salah in, bringing the likes of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who again, I thought had a really good game over on that left-hand side. Really nice to see him sort of pick up where he left off against Southampton as well. I'll be getting into a couple of comments a little bit later on in the video, but before I do, I need to talk about the defence once more. You know, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, I think that's 10 clean sheets in 11 games together now. Absolutely outstanding. And you know, apart from that one big save from Alisson and the one sort of fluky one that hits the post where I think Alisson has it covered, there's only really Timu Puki's shot from outside the area where he sort of mops that up. And again, we played that high line. Norwich looked to exploit it, but they never really looked like they were going to score apart from that one big opportunity first half. So yeah, I suppose that's my match reaction. I'm going to get into a couple of the comments now. So Tom, if you wouldn't mind getting me started, let's go for a couple.
Yeah. We've got a few super chats.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to kick it off with the first one. Captain Meat with a blue super chat says, "We beat teams in the tunnel."
Yes, we do. And actually, I agree with you for pretty much every game this season, apart from this one, because it didn't look like they were beaten when they came out. In fact, I'm so shocked that they are the worst team in the league. You know, are they 6 points behind the 19th place team? And it's a bit mad that to me, because I've seen them with my own two eyes, obviously at Anfield, first game of the season. I've obviously watched it on the telly today, and they don't look a bad side. They look a really good side, a really dangerous side. But it's the consistency. They're not able to string games together, and I know they've had a lot of injuries and stuff as well. I am really surprised that they're down there, and I think looking at them and the way they've performed against Liverpool, that they've got enough to get themselves out. Whether that's the case or not, for Jack Reeve and Talk Norwich, I hope that it is. I really, truly do. I really like Jack. He's a good friend of mine, and he's brilliant at what he does as well. But the side's just, it's not able to compete consistently, unfortunately. You got another one for us, mate?
Yeah, another super chat. Keith HC says, "Come on, you mighty Reds, 15 points away from number 19.
Absolutely, and if Manchester United beat Manchester City, it's 12 points. I can't believe this, you know. I mean, you'd think by now every Liverpool fan would have been able to get their head around the fact that we're going to win the league this year, and I still can't. Like, even just watching the games is different, isn't it? There's no stress or strain watching Liverpool perform this season. Certainly not in the second half of the season, because it doesn't really matter if you win, and of course it matters, but equally it's like, oh, well, it'll only be 19 if we lose today. But nah, it's 25, because we're just so good, and we don't know when we're beating. One more, mate.
Greg Torres says, "Norwich sat back, and credit to them. They nearly got the point they wanted, but we are the Premier League champions. 5 more games, lads. You'll never walk alone."
Beautifully put, and a beautiful way to end the video. I'll be doing play ratings in about 5 to 10 minutes. That'll be live on this channel as well. I'll do a couple more comments at the back end of that show. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you for play ratings in just a few minutes.